Hello, this is Victor. I'm here with a new Age of Sigmar battle report. It's a battle of 2000 points of Ghost of Azir, my Stormcast Eternals, versus the Maggotkin of Nurgle. This is the second game on a local tournament, and if you follow my channel, you have seen that in the first game I also played a Maggotkin of Nurgle. It's not the same army, it's a different one, it's a different player. There were two Nurgle armies, and yeah, I had to play them both. So let's see if the things I learned from the first battle I can reapply here and do a better role than in the first battle. So the mission that we are going to play is going to be a place Arcane of Power, and as a secondary objective I will choose a scenario, hold it outside of your territory and hold it with one unit for 2 rounds. Okay, I choose one hill that was out of my deployment zone, and then the enemy, my opponent, decided to go for kill all my battle line units. So this is the list I'm going to play, and if you have followed my channel, you know the list already. So I'm going to play a Lord Arcanum on Griff Charger, Lord Castellan, Lord Celestan on Stardrake, Knight Incantor, Knight Vexillor, and Lord Relictor with the translocation, and then the Knight Incantor have the chain lightning, and I put the Azerite Halo on the Lord Arcanum on Glyph Charger. And as artifact of power, I have the Armor of Silverit Sigmarit on the Celestan on the Stardrake, so -1 to hit for my opponent in melee. As a unit, 2 units of 5 Judicators, both with the Skybolt bows and Shock Bolt. Okay, 2 units of 5 Liberators with hammers and shields, of course with the prime inside all of the units. I don't have the 2-hand weapons, so this is why I don't put them. And then a unit of 5 Evocators with the Lord of Invigoration, the Celestial Blades. I have, as endless spells, the Soul's Snare Shackles. Okay, so that's all what I have here. And then my opponent have a different army than what I play in the first round. So he has the Harbinger of Decay. He's going to be the general with the command trait Tainted Corruptor. The Goodbot Spume, and the Lord of Blights Sorcerer with the artifact of Mutter Group, and the Lord of Maligns, and the Lord of Fullness. So he has 2 spells. This thanks to the artifact he has, and then the Glotkin as these are the leaders. So you can see a little bit more of magic, and the Glotkin, the Sorcerer, and the Lord of Blights, the 3 of them can hold objectives. Then he has 2 units of 10 Putrid Blight Kings, 1 unit of 5 Putrid Blight Kings as the units, and he's using the battalion Blight Cyst. So let's start with the deployment, and sorry here I forgot the E deployment. And as I said, we play in diagonal, and yeah, and we have to hold objective that only can be held with the wizards or characters that have an artifact of power. So I deployed try to hold 2 objectives. The one that is in the middle with the Stardrake, I will put all my effort with the Stardrake to hold this objective, and then I put the Lord Arcanum in the right flank, and I keep the Evocators and some Liberators on the sky, so I can drop them where I needed to hold objective. So here we have the deployment on the top, and we go to the turn 1. So on the turn 1, the Nurgle had the initiative, and he just put the Putrid Blight Kings in my flank, ready to charge on my Arcanum on Griff Charger. So most likely he will be able to charge. He's putting a 9-inch with +1 inch of movement with the with the Woodvok Spume, so it's going to be quite easy for him. And he just move ahead with everything. The Glocking is completely alone on the left flank and will not participate almost in the full battle. So here we see this flank. He charged with 10 Putrid Vikings on my Lord Arcanum on Charger, and he is ignoring, I think thanks to one of his skills, I think it's thanks to the formation, he's ignoring the protection of the terrain, so the cover, the +1 save for the cover. So he managed to put 6 wounds on my Lord Arcanum on Glyph Charger, so my Lord Arcanum is alive with only 1 wound. And then I go to my turn. So what I did in my turn is, first I try to put spells on mortal wounds everywhere as much as I can. I fail most of them. I try to heal my Lord Arcanum with his power, and I failed. So yeah, he was too far to dispel, but I failed the roll. Then I use a special movement of the Lord Arcanum. I move him with the 6d6 movement, and I move him through the Vikings on the objectives. So in that way I can hold the objective. I know that he's going to be very vulnerable there, so I will drop the Evocators and the unit of Liberators next to him, so he can have some protection and see if I can survive with the Lord Arcanum. In the middle, I just move the Stardrake on top of the objective in the middle. I put him there, so I hold this objective and know they have to kill my Stardrake to be able to take the objective in the middle. I put on him the Lantern, the Stone Defender, and I did not do any charge this time. I prefer that he's charging. I don't have any. I don't need to go for a charge. I'm not in a rush at this moment. Okay, so this is the situation more or less at the end of my turn 1. I also moved the Judicators a little bit to support, to shoot, and yeah, although they are very in the range of the Putrid Vikings, I'm predicting that he will move back to deal with the Evocators and to deal with the Lord Arcanum. If they just go for my Judicators and kill my Judicators, is a good. I will give them. I think it's a good result if they go for my in the middle, because then the Evocators and the Lord Arcanum, they can have the control on that objective. And what is the objective here is to score points, so I will try to score as much points as I can. So, and as I said, the Glocking is just on my left flank alone, and I will try to ignore as much as possible as him. He will not move from there because he needs to, the Glocking is pinned there to be able to score the points of the objectives. So with that we go to the turn 2, and this time I won the initiative. So I was so excited to win the initiative, as I said, I won the initiative here, that I did all my hero phase, try to give some wounds back to Lord Arcanum again. Know my power was dispelled, so I was not able to. I still have the Lord Arcanum with only 1 wound remaining. But then I was so excited because I have my second turn that I forgot to move my units. Yeah. So if I was able to move my units, I would have saved the Lord Arcanum, because then I can surround him with the Liberators, put a line of protection, and the Lord Arcanum is not dealt, is not killed, while the Evocators are just holding the objective. But this was not the point, so I forgot to move the Lord Arcanum. The only thing I forgot to mention in the turn 1, I put my Liberators on combat with the Sorcerer, so I will try to kill the Sorcerer so he cannot take the objective neither in this side. And then, yeah, this was a mistake from my side. So as you can see, anything move. I did not have any plan to charge with the Stardrake, but yeah, reposition a little bit my units in the middle. So it was a big mistake from my side. So at the end, the shooting did some wounds here and there, not too much. The Liberators were putting some wounds on the Sorcerer. I think his Sorcerer now is only with 1 wound or 2 wounds remaining, so I want to kill the Nurgle Sorcerer, and that's all. But I managed to score again 4 points more, so in the first turn I scored 2 points, and now I score 4 points, so we go with 6 points, and he's with 1 point, and most likely he will take a second point, so he will have 3 points. So quite happy how it's going. and now we will go to the turn 2 for the Nurgle. So yeah, in the turn 2 of the Nurgle, as expected, he moved back the 10 Vikings that attacked the Lord Arcanum. I think now they are 9, because the Lord Arcanum, if I'm not mistaken, he killed one of the Putrid Vikings. But he moved them back to deal with the Evocators that are holding the objective, and then he just advanced with the rest of the army in the middle to deal with the Stardvake. So he will launch another 10 Putrid Vikings on the Stardvake. The other 5 Putrid Vikings are going as well against the Evocators. So the Evocators are going to be surrounded by 15 blockings plus the Good Spoon. So I don't expect them to survive too long, and just sacrificing them to start to try to score as much points as I can, and then we will go we will see what happens. So as I said, the 10 Putrid Vikings are charged on the Stardvake, and they did 0 wounds to me, or just 1 wound. I don't remember. Remember that he's not exploding on 6s because he has -1 to hit, so he cannot roll 6 or plus. Okay, and they have -1 to hit me, and I have +1 armor save because of the lantern, and +1 armor save because I have the Stunned Defender. So he's real in the hill, controlling the terrain. And it's ready. It's a key piece, so he will give me secondary, and also is scoring the primary points of the objective. But on the other flank, my Evocators, surrounded by the Vikings, they were destroyed, and as well my Lord Arcanum is killed by the Good Spume. So this was really a miss from my side. I managed to score 2 turns in a row on that objective. But yeah, now it's time for my opponent to start scoring on the same objective if he managed to put the Sorcerer. Okay, so this was at the end of the turn 2, and yeah, he managed to score 2 points more. So we are going at this moment 3 points to 6 points for the Nurgle. With that, we go to the turn 3. So in the turn 3, his Sorcerer was killed, my Evocators and my Lord Arcanum were killed as well, so they were not a good unit to hold the objective in my right flank. So I decided to move the Liberators away and try to send them if they can give any support in the middle. So I just want to avoid that they are killed easily and force the Black Kings to chase the Evocators and move them away from the main combats. So I just move them to his backward and try to avoid that he can focus all the attacks. Okay, in the middle, I move my Judicators back to keep them as far as possible from the other unit of 10 Putrid Vikings, to give many time to try to shoot them as much as I can. No, I think they are not 10 anymore, they are 6 or 7, something like that. So I managed to kill some of them with my Evocators, but not enough. Also, the other unit of 5 is not 5 anymore. I think at this moment they are 3 or 4. I don't remember exactly. But these are not going to be important in this turn. Sorry. My Stardvake remains in the middle. And yeah, after the phase, he's just killing Viking after Viking. And he's eating them, and yeah, he's not receiving damage in return because with the 2+, with 1+ armor save, so I only failed with once rolling, even with rank 1. Yes, you can see here in the middle, my Stardvake is controlling the middle of the battlefield. I was also putting some wounds with the Rain of Stars, and with the Sorcerers. On the 2 characters he has around there, remember, he has the Harbinger of Decay, who is the general, and he also has the Lord of Blights. And I managed to put some wounds of them, but not enough to really do important damage. So then we go to the turn 3 for the Nurgle, and as expected, he moved his big unit of Vikings, tried to kill the Judicators, and the other unit of Vikings to kill the unit of Liberators that I was putting on his backward. Okay, the Glockin, as I said, is still pinned, holding the objective. It's alone there, and it's too far to shoot or to do anything on my units. So I just keep them as they are. This is the reason I don't move them against the Glockin. No, I don't have any reason to go for him at this moment. Okay, really, I prefer to focus on the objective. I kill my characters around the start wake. The only character I have lost up to now is the Lord Arcanum, so I still have the Relictor and the all of them. Okay, my General and then the Incantor. So they are there to support the start wake, and in case one of his characters wants to deal with my Judicators, I can also send my characters to fight. But I'm more defensive position than really on offensive mode. I just put the Incantor next to the start wake, and to protect the Judicators in case the the Lord of Blights try to charge on my Judicator. Okay, as you can see, my Liberators were really destroyed, and I think only one Liberator is surviving after the fight with the Blight Kings, and the other Blight Kings, they just getting closer to my Judicator. So now we will go to the turn 4. This is a close-up where on the flank where is all the actions. You see there, the Goodrock Spume is the one that is at the back of the Blight Kings, and yeah, the other what's called the Judicators, the Liberators were almost killed by the other unit of Putrid Blight Kings. But the start wake is there. I think I only lost, maybe I lost 1 wound maximum or 0 wounds at this moment. So he's able to stand against what he has in front. And this was as I said, this was the end of the turn 3, and we go to the turn 4. So here we are at the turn 4. And sorry here because the light started shining from the window and was difficult to make pictures. But as you can see, my opponent is moving. So this means that the turn 4 goes to my opponent. So he won the initiative this time. And yeah, he just moved aggressively the Putrid Blight Kings against me. He keep the Goodrock Spume next to the objective, and here is where he did the real a good movement. So he summoned 1 Herald that is also Sorcerer. I forgot about this, to be fair, and he put this on the objective. So now he will be able to score 2 objectives while I'm only able to score a single objective. So I have to see if I can kill this Herald that just arrived from the Realm of Chaos. But yeah, I forgot to mention the point. So at the end of the turn 3, we were 9 to 6. So I was still having 3 points of advantage against him. But now, if he will manage to score 1 point more than me. Okay, so the advantage is not big enough to avoid that he's going to tie on points. So as you can see in the movement, he closed very the gap with my Judicators, and then the Lord of Blights decide to charge, or the move to be able to charge on my Lord Incantor. Sorry again for the light, it's not helping to see. This is before the charges. And here I just want to make a picture to show again that the Glockin is not moving. He cannot move him, if not he's going to lose the battle. So the Glockin is really pinned there and cannot move to do the damage he wants to do. And this is at the end of his combat phase, or beginning, I will explain here. So as you can see, he charged with the Blight Kings on the flank of my Bowmen, or the Judicators, and then the Lord of Blights charged on my Lord Incantor. But he was quite unlucky because this is a deadly terrain. So he rolled a 1 on the deadly terrain and he put on himself 3 mortal wounds. So of the 7 mortal wounds he has, he was down, if I'm not wrong, to 4. So then I decided to use the Flask that the Lord Incantor have, and I put 3 mortal wounds on him, putting 3 mortal wounds on me. I was more than 3 of my start deck, so I avoid to damage my start deck anymore. Anyway, if I was damaging my start deck, was not a big point. But I moved him down to 1 wound. he decided then to attack first with the he decided to attack first with the Putrid Blikings on my Judicators. He did really a lot of damage on my Judicators. One unit was reduced to 4 and the other unit was reduced to 3. And then I decided to activate the Lord Incantor. And this is when I did the attack that caused mortal wounds. So I put 3 mortal wounds on the Lord of Blights, and then I did the final attack that killed him. So I managed to kill him with the staff before he's able even to attack to my my Knight Incantor. So yeah, my Knight Incantor is down to 2 wounds because I inflict to myself 3 mortal wounds, but I think was a good trade of damage. So I was quite happy with the result there. Okay, and then my Star Drake just, I think, was finalizing the Blikings. Only 1 Bliking remaining, so I will kill this unit. But I'm still pinned there, so I'm not able to completely destroy the Blikings unit. My Liberators were finally completely destroyed, and the other Blikings are just far, and the Liberators, the surviving Blikings, are too far to participate anymore in this battle. Okay, so here you see, yeah, he did some damage on me, but the point that was very important is he summoned the Herald. He also summoned here a Beast of Nurgle, as represented by these Nurglings, but he is a Beast of Nurgle that is going to threat my Liberators. Not too concerned about the Beast of Nurgle. For me, the main objective now is to deal with the Herald. I'm going to see if I can kill him before he's scoring the 2 points on the next turn and drawing on points. Okay, so this is still his turn 4. And this is an image of, this is an image of the turn 5, but I forgot to take pictures of my turn 4. So in my turn 4, in the middle, I was not able to move the Star Drake. He was still in combat with the Putrid Blikings. And then what I did is I used the translocation of the Lord Relictor to move 4 of my Judicators on the other side of the battlefield and 9 inches away from the Herald of Nurgle. And my objective is to shoot him with the arrows, try to kill him with the arrows. If I cannot kill him with the arrows, then I will try to charge him. As I use the translocation, this is not considered retreat, so I can shoot and I can charge. The other unit of Judicators make no sense that they keep them in combat with the Putrid Blikings. I just move them more than 3 away from the Putrid Blikings, so to force him to charge me again if he wants to kill, and force the movement of the Putrid Blikings if they want to kill the Judicators. So really, when you don't want to lose a unit, I think one way, and you know that you are going to lose, the best is to retreat from the combat and force the opponent to burn turns in trying to kill this unit. Okay. So I also reposition my Lord Incantor in a way that he is not going to be charged easily by the Putrid Blikings. I want to avoid that he's going to be killed, so I put the Grief Charger and then I also use the Lord Castellan and the Lord Relictor to protect my Knight Incantor. So they are completely full of wounds and they are not going to be easy to be killed in just 1 round of combat. So before we go to turn 5, I forgot to mention I didn't manage to kill the Herald that was holding the objectives. So I shoot him with my Judicators. I move him down to 2 wounds remaining. I try to charge him to see if the Judicators can finish him in the close combat, and I failed to charge. I tried to I wasn't able to reroll, so I did fail to charge. So yeah, this was I was expecting the Judicators to kill him, but this was not possible. So here we go to the turn 5. If I have the initiative in turn 5, most likely with 2 wounds remaining, I can kill him with the Judicators. I can also move the other unit of Judicators in range, so I can shoot him from 2 sides, and I can even do the Rain of Stars on him. I was hoping to do some more damage on him, but was not possible. So the initiative here in turn 5 is crucial. But it results that the initiative was for my opponent. So here he scored just the objective, he killed the Judicators, And yeah, and we finished the game. This was a mistake from my side. I should have continued the game and killed some points, because at the end he will have a minor victory for kill points. Yeah, we were tied. I did a couple of mistakes here. First, even if it's the last turn, you have to kill as much as possible. Points are important, and I thought that was just tied in the game. Okay, so this was again a mistake from my side, but yeah, at the end he did not manage to score the secondary objective because he did not kill my last unit of Judicators that were quite far for him to charge. And yeah, and I still have one unit of Liberators, the one that is in combat with the Beast of Nurgle that was summoned, so the Beast of Nurgle did nothing on my Liberators. And yes, in my turn 5, I just disengaged from the combat, so no reason to keep fighting with them, with this Beast of Nurgle. But I will say that, yeah, my Judicators are there surviving. He did not manage to reach me in the charge. And yeah, and that's all. This was the end of the turn 5 and the end of the battle. So we tied on objective, but he did 100 kill points more than me, and this way this was a mistake for me not to do fully the 5th turn and just to secure these kill points to win. But this is what you learn, so never give up on any game, and never because I have overread, and I thought that was tight. I didn't think about the minor victory. Okay, so some more pictures of the end of the battle. And this is the result. So at the end, I scored my secondary objective, and he did not score his secondary objective, so I did 15 points, and he also did 15 points. So I was tied in points for the tournament. So I was a little bit sweet and sour at the end of the result. I was hoping to win. I was really focused on the major victory, and at the end, I forgot the focus on the minor victory as well, that is the kill points. So this is a lesson I have to learn for future games. It was quite enjoyable, was quite interesting game, and yeah, I hope to do better on my last game. So that's all for this. I hope you have enjoyed this battle report. Please leave in the comments below if something is not clear, any rule that is not clear for you of how I played. And also leave in the comments below if you think I did any mistake on my strategy, or my opponent, or something like that. So any comment is welcome. Give a like if you have liked this battle report. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching, and see you again later. Bye.